Hello there. Hope you are doing well. So here we have a jumbled sentence-based question without choice. So it's a typo-based question. We will look for the correct sequence, and on the basis of that correct sequence, we will type the answer. So let's look at the directions for question. The four sentences labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4 below, when properly sequenced, would yield a coherent paragraph. Decide on the proper sequencing of the order of the sentences and key in the sequence of the four numbers as your answers, right? We need to type the answer. So it's a without negative marking question. So you may attend it, but without 100% sure of the sequence, you shall not type the answer, right? So fine, let's move to the question and read each of the sentence, and then after we analyze it. So the first sentence says, in the hopeful philosophy of evolution, the child exists for its possibilities. Okay. So second, with this thought, it's sure to come in some degree the certainty or the surety that the heart of the universe is sound, that though there be so many of us in the world, each must have his place, and each at last be somehow needful to infinity. Option 3 stated, or sentence 3 pointed, the huge forces within have thrown it to the surface of time, and they will push it onward to development. Now we need to see that what means they refer to whom. So it referred to what, and when you are talking about the huge forces, which huge forces it has talked about. So which may not be much in the individual case, but there is a contrast beyond it all lie the possibilities of its race. Now, sentence 4 pointed to the philosophy of pessimism. The child is a mere human larva, weak, perverse, disagreeable, the hair of mortality, with all manner of defects of doubt and talent, taints of blood, gathered in the long experience of its rest parentage. Now, if I look into all these options, so what I can find out here, sentence 1 indicates about what? Now, sentence 1 presents the contrasting viewpoint, isn't it? So, if you look into that, how in the hopeful philosophy of evolution, the child exists for its possibility, right? So it gives a contrasting viewpoint of evolution where the child is seen positively emphasizing its potential and possibilities, right? This set up the dichotomy between two philosophies which present in this statement. So how we can say here, and when we talk about contrasting viewpoint of evolution, so it contrasts to whom or what? It contrasts to the option 4 or sentence 4. Why? Now, if you look into the sentence 4, so sentence 4 is indicating about what? Sentence 4 is indicating or introduces, even you can say that, introduces the idea of pessimism's view. The idea of pessimism's view. How? Now, because it is stated, to the philosophy of pessimism, the child is a mere human larva. It means obviously you are giving, the author is giving some kind of a pessimistic viewpoint on the child. Is a mere human larva, weak, perverse, disagreeable, the hair of mortality, with all manner of defects, doubts, and taints of blood. So, and option 1 at the same time making a contrast to it, and by saying that in the hopeful philosophy of evolution, the child exists its possibilities. So this makes a kind of a positive idea. So in that case, we can make the idea here, both are stating about so positive and negative on a child, right? Therefore, it forms a pair. It forms a pair. Now, if I look into the next one, so which is appointed as a 2, right? So maybe 2 or maybe 3, but look at the option 2. So option 2 is stated, means with this thought, it's sure to come. So this particular statement or sentence is building on the previous ones and concludes by presenting a broader philosophical perspective about the interconnectedness of individuals and their place in the universe. Right. Now, if you see that sentence 3 talks about what? Now, sentence 3 means indicating about uh, further ideas on the positive view of the child's by stating the huge forces within have thrown, right? It is nothing but a further positive idea, for the positive idea. So as it indicate about further positive idea, so definitely it will come after one, right? So it's stated for the positive view of the child's potential within the context of evolution, even focusing on its development and potential of its race, right? So it follows logically after the introduction of the evolution perspective, right? So therefore, we can say 4, 1, 3 would be the correct sequence. So then 2, sentence 2 builds on the previous sentence and concludes by preserving a broader philosophical perspective about the interconnectedness, because it is stated what? With this thought, it's sure to come in some degree the surety that the heart of the universe is sound, right? So that though there be so many of us, the world, each must have its place and each at last be somehow needful to infinity. So in that case, you can point out it fits the conclusion to the paragraph. So the correct sequence is 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, right? So what it would be? 4, 1, 3, and 2, right? So I hope you understood its sentence, its connection with the other sentence, and how the pair sequence help us, and how the theme of the means each sentence makes us realize that what the whole text is all about. That's all for the day. Thank you.